What can I say? I like doing human shit. I hate My Nintendo. I thought I'd take a look at the My Nintendo website for the first time in quite a while. I mean, I've taken a look at it, but not go fully in depth here, mainly because of trauma. I was never all too impressed with My Nintendo in terms of what it offered. I always liked how the website was laid out and designed. I think this website design is phenomenal. It's very well done. It has so many great little animations. It has such great graphic design, all that. But I never had a reason to visit this website. So what is My Nintendo? Well, it is a loyalty rewards program by Nintendo. It fundamentally replaced Club Nintendo, which had its own slew of problems. But I think we can all agree, you know, anybody that used Club Nintendo back in the day, they had some cool stuff on there. Not a lot for North American users, but in Europe and Japan, they had some great stuff. Pretty much, you'd buy Nintendo games. In them, you'd get a little piece of paper that gave you a code to enter into Club Nintendo. You'd get points for your purchase, and you could build up your points to then exchange for certain rewards. And around 2015, Nintendo said, it's over. It's time to give up, Nintendo fans, because we're gonna have a brand new loyalty rewards program. A worse loyalty rewards program. And that ended up being My Nintendo. Strangely enough, I believe My Nintendo was the name of a loyalty rewards program Nintendo had before Club Nintendo, or it was the original name for Club Nintendo, potentially in like other regions, maybe even North America. I'm not sure. I just remember My Nintendo was a name Nintendo used prior to Club Nintendo, and now they brought it back. They introduced this in 2016 right alongside their first mobile phone app, Miitomo. That should show you this program was destined to succeed right out the gate. But ever since then, I don't really think anybody's had a reason to visit My Nintendo, but we'll take a look. This website hasn't really changed much. As we can see in the news section, it's been consistently updated. It's November 2022 when I'm recording this, and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet just came out, so they're mentioning that. But what we got here, one of the fun little things about this is the little animations your Mii will make. I have to select my little platinum coin. I get 30 points just for signing into My Nintendo Weekly. I earned this. So yeah, pretty much Club Nintendo back in the day, you just get coins for purchasing games and also performing surveys, so then Nintendo could collect information about what you thought of games. Of course, I think most people just, you know, they didn't try in the surveys. I always kind of tried. You know, they would just add random letters and characters to the surveys whenever they'd ask you like, hey, what do you think of this game? I don't really think My Nintendo has stuff like that. You have two coin balances, silver and gold, which is more complicated than just one coin balance. I don't like that. It kind of just separates things because there's certain rewards you can only get with silver coins. There's only certain rewards you can get with gold coins. So I do think Club Nintendo was simpler because they only had one currency. But let's see. All right, so the My Nintendo website, we got news here. Nothing super My Nintendo related. There's some stuff here and there, like enter the My Nintendo Family Fun Holiday Sweepstakes. What's going on here? So apparently this sweepstakes costs 10 My Nintendo Platinum points to enter. I already earned 30 today for logging in. That should show you these are some high quality prizes. We got the Rocker Gamer chairs. That's pretty neat. Little Mario Rocker Gamer chairs. A little mushroom plush toy. A rematch wired controller. And a Nintendo Switch case. That's it. Yeah, a lot of this feels a little like... yeah. I don't know. These are mostly just, you know, like pieces of the Nintendo merch that were like licensed by Nintendo, not like made specifically by them, or they really had a huge hand in making. For example, you know, the wired controller. Like yeah, it's really cool that there's a bunch of wired controllers out there with like Nintendo imagery on them that are made by like third parties. But nobody wants that. I think most people would agree, you know, just save up for a Pro Controller or something, but, you know, whatever. that's cool that they have little sweepstakes, and they barely cost anything to enter, so pretty neat. And then we go down to the section that talks about the smart device apps. So that's kind of the big thing, is My Nintendo is very integrated with their mobile games. Like I said, it was really integrated with Miitomo, and then Super Mario Run, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, Fire Emblem Heroes, Mario Kart Tour, Dragalia Lost. I don't really see a lot about Nintendo's like actual video games on their console. My Nintendo doesn't really work with their consoles. This is primarily like a smartphone-based loyalty rewards program, which has always been really strange to me. It's like, I can just look at earn points. What do I want to do to earn platinum points or gold points? All right, so I'll go to earn points. Let's see what's here. All right, to earn some platinum points, I gotta do stuff in Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. I gotta do stuff in Fire Emblem Heroes. I have to do stuff in Super Mario Run. And then in terms of just whatever, just anything else, it's mostly stuff revolving around just finding things on web pages. Look, it says sign into a Nintendo eShop on Wii U or Nintendo 3DS systems. Well, that should show you that they haven't updated this that much. Well, don't mind if I do. And then it just says stuff like, oh, find these hidden objects on the Yoshi's Crafted World website. That game's 3 years old. And create a Mario Kart Live Home Circuit Racer ID. To complete this mission, visit the Mario Kart Live Home Circuit website and make your own Mario Kart Live. So it's not even really anything to do with the game itself. Pretty much all the platinum points want you to do is interact with Nintendo websites. And, you know, I know why they do that. They want you to interact with this stuff and just kind of learn more about these games. So then you get these free points that you can redeem for other things. But they mainly want you to just, you know, visit their websites, which just contain an overload of info on their games, which potentially make you realize like, oh wow, I do want Mario Golf Super Rush. And then gold points are pretty much just, you get those for buying things on the Nintendo eShop on Nintendo Switch. Maybe on Wii U and 3DS, maybe, or at least like they maybe did back in the day, or they just don't really feel the need to advertise that right now. But either way, even if they're not advertising the fact that like, oh yeah, you can get gold points for buying content on 3DS or Wii U, even if, like, let's say they remove that from this little website page here, like it feels like My Nintendo has one foot in the past and one foot in the present. It feels very confused. But I will say, like, the gold points, like, I'll take that. That's a very simple thing that's just nice to have, where yeah, I've purchased things on Nintendo Switch eShop and I have my Nintendo account linked, so that way, like, boom, when I'm about to check out and it says you need this amount to purchase the rest of the game, a lot of times I can just say use my gold points, and you know, my gold points might have accumulated to the point where I can then use them on that game. That's very nice, and it's just a kind of little bonus thing Nintendo does, which, you know, I'm grateful for, though it's never a lot of money. Gold points are rewarded based on 5% of the amount you pay. So 1 point equals 1 cent. Yeah, and it looks like you barely get much for physical purchases. That's another really lame thing. If you want to get the points for your physical games, you have to, you know, plug the game into your system, and then you have to go into the settings and then hit, like, you know, like redeem gold points for this. And there's a deadline to that. And that deadline pretty much revolves around when the game released. So let's say you buy like a new copy of like Luigi's Mansion 3 right now. I don't think that's eligible for gold points physically. Like, it just isn't. Like, even if it's a brand new copy of the game that you bought for $60, it doesn't matter. That game released in 2019. But if you buy it digitally, you can still get gold points for it, which is just kind of strange. I understand it's because they want you to really buy digitally. They really make more money digitally than with physical games. But, you know, I'm still kind of like, why make the points like expire when it comes to like the game's release date? Yeah, so pretty much those are the two types of points you can get. I feel like the platinum points are very strange, how they're only linked to the Nintendo mobile apps. And even then, it's not linked to all the mobile apps. It's only linked to Mario Run, Fire Emblem Heroes, and Animal Crossing Pocket Camp right now. Of course, like on the My Nintendo homepage, it showed Mario Kart Tour and Dragalia Lost, but like, they just kind of gave up on the platinum points in games, which I feels like it would have been a really cool thing where platinum points, My Nintendo Platinum Points would have been like Nintendo's version of achievements and trophies on Xbox and PlayStation. But no, only on their mobile apps. Well, we saw what we can do to earn these points. Let's see what we can spend these points on. I got a lot of gold points and I got a couple of platinum points, so let's take a look. Redeem points. We are gonna get something. All right, here we go. All right, so we have rewards for Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, Fire Emblem Heroes, Super Mario Run, Smart Device PC, Nintendo 3DS and Wii U software, sweepstakes, and My Nintendo Store rewards. Wow. Yeah, so these apps pretty much have like specific items that you can get only through My Nintendo, which, you know, it's not really anything major because it's like they only cost platinum points, which you get for free. So it's just their way of trying to get you into signing up for a My Nintendo account. But from what I've seen, I don't really know why Nintendo wants you to sign up for a My Nintendo account. I feel like they kind of like started an idea for a loyalty program and then they just stopped. Because it's like, if this program incentivized you to like buy a Nintendo Switch and buy Nintendo Switch games and all of that stuff, like maybe I would understand it. Or if they would just do cool things. Like they would just invite you to cool events, or they would do things. Club Nintendo did stuff where like Smash Brothers for 3DS had a demo release exclusively for Club Nintendo members for a little bit, but only exclusive Club Nintendo members, like specific ones. I got an email from them saying it's just like, hey, here's a download code for the Smash Brothers 3DS demo. You were selected. Congratulations. And they gave me like a couple download codes. That was a really cool experience. And My Nintendo just doesn't really do stuff like that, and that's kind of like a very small thing they could do. But yeah, just some Animal Crossing Pocket Camp rewards. I never got into Pocket Camp, never got into Fire Emblem Heroes, but there's a couple things you can get there. I did get into Mario Run when that initially came out, so I think we'll see, like, I redeemed a couple things. I got the gold Bowser statue, gold Mario, never got gold Peach. I think I just ran out of points by that point. But yeah, you get Toad for signing up to My Nintendo. It's 0 platinum points. It's pretty much just a freebie just for signing up. And yeah, it's pretty much just down to like extra little in-game items. If you just want more Toad Rally tickets, if you want more coins, all that stuff, you can just get it via My Nintendo. This is all really lame. This isn't exciting. This isn't really like incentive to sign up unless you're really getting involved in these apps and like you desperately need some damn Toad Rally tickets. But there's not much to say about those smart device rewards, so let's talk about something a little more interesting. Smart device rewards! Yeah, so this is pretty much just a bunch of stuff that, you know, are kind of downloadable things for PC or your smartphones. A lot of wallpapers, printable things, dice block. Oh my god, a Paper Mario sticker star. Official game guide. Like, this is one of the few things that I've seen on this website specifically that I can use my gold points on, that isn't just like, oh man, here's some eShop credit on Switch. That is pretty enticing. But I want to take a look at these rewards. So pretty much these are like wallpapers for your desktop or smartphone. So JPEGs, that's what these are. And I remember back during the Club Nintendo days, they always had like these screensavers available, like Metroid Other M screensaver that was just there till the end of time, and it was like 10 points or something, and it was just always staring at me on that rewards list. And I always thought that one was lame, but at least that was a screensaver that moved. These are fucking pictures. Like I can look this up on Google right now. I can just look up the My Nintendo Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet wallpaper on Google right now and find it. I'll give them this. At least they are updating this very frequently, but these rewards are just not substantial at all. Like it is the bare minimum they can do. And they know that. That's why they're doing it. It's the bare minimum. And it's very strange to see like what they're valuing on here and what they aren't. Like what's 0 coins and what's like 50 coins. So that wallpaper set is 50 coins. But this printable Nintendo Holiday Activity and Gift Guide is 0 points. Probably because it's just a damn brochure. But yeah, just some like Mario plus Rabbids wallpapers. Halloween wallpaper, Luigi's Mansion 3 Halloween greeting cards, and 10 bingo cards. See, here's like a problem. Like this is similar stuff they would offer on Club Nintendo, but they weren't printables. They were actual products that they would send you. And that's kind of my main problem. Like, everybody has a printer, but everybody's printer is kind of dog shit. Most people don't have a printer that can print at the quality that Nintendo could as a company who, you know, makes products. So it's just like, these just feel like little dumb activities to keep the kids busy, but I don't know how many kids are actually doing this. Like, do you really think kids are too dumb to understand that it's just like, why would I do this? Google exists. I can look up Luigi's Mansion 3 Halloween greeting cards. Why do I need to do, why bingo? Why Luigi's Mansion 3 bingo cards? Like, these all kind of feel like if you've gone to like websites like Vistaprint or something, where like those websites are for like, hey, if you need like products for your business, you wanna print off a bunch of booklets or banners or something. They offer a lot of products like this where it's just like, hey, do you want greeting cards? Or like, hey, do you want like a standee or something? Like, I'm looking at this, like, it's just like, oh man, printable Pikmin pop-up card, printable Kirby pop-up card. Like, they offer those things. And it feels like My Nintendo is just like a website that offers those things too, but forces you to do it yourself. I will say it is kind of cool, where it's just like a little DIY, little pop-up card kind of thing. But it's also like, I don't know, it would be cool if I could just like earn an actual pop-up card without doing it myself. Like, I can look up on Google right now, like, how do I make my own pop-up card? Like, I don't know. Like, it's just a bunch of printable stuff. Printable Mario Strikers Battle League strategy booklets, like box art covers, that's kind of cool, but it's also like, it's not gonna look very good. Like, again, like, everybody's standard printers are garbage. Like, it would be cool if you could get like variant box art sent by Nintendo, so it'll be of the same quality as all the other Switch games on your shelf with that same like printing quality. But instead, no, like, if you want a different Xenoblade Chronicles 3 box art, like, it's gonna be printed off like garbage. Wallpaper, and a poster, a printable Octoling poster, which is just gonna be the same. It's again, it's a printable. It's a damn printable. Like, it's just like, I'm not gonna put up something on my wall that was printed off by an HP OfficeJet printer. Father's Day coupons? It's 30 points! You think that's worth me signing into this weekly? Just calendars, party favors. This is more interesting. This is for Disgaea 6. This is a digital manga. So that's at least something. And then Disgaea 6, Defiance of Destiny 10 times boost ticket. I'm a little, that's a little confusing to me why that's here in the smart devices / PC rewards. Yeah, this is all pretty depressing. I think it's kind of cute that they offer like these printables, but these are like, this is like the type of reward they update the most on here. And Nintendo's done like something before. They have like this thing called like Play Nintendo, which is like this online YouTube channel, website kind of thing, which is mostly for kids. It's kind of like a very kid-friendly website for kids to go to where they can play games, print off stuff, all that stuff. And these rewards just kind of feel like they're this weird infestation of Play Nintendo into My Nintendo. And I just don't really see like anybody doing this. Because it's just like, you need the platinum points to do this, and it's just like, okay, like, what are you offering kids other than just things to print off? Why would a kid sign up for My Nintendo other than the fact that they like Nintendo? Why? It was pretty cool. Like, they got starter guides from Prima Games, so, you know, strategy guides. Just starter guides, though. This isn't the full strategy guide. I assume this is like, you know, the Paper Mario one is the full-blown strategy guide. But yeah, Hyrule Warriors wallpaper, printable Mario Party dice block, Mario bingo cards. This is all just kind of lame. This just feels like a total, just like, hey, let's just do this thing that'll cost us no money. It'll cost us no money, and maybe fans will like it. And I don't see many people doing this. But let's see. All right, the next thing on the list is Nintendo 3DS and Wii U software / digital content. that should show you, yeah. They have not updated this website in a meaningful way in a very long time. And this is still here after Nintendo announced that the eShop is going down, so... yeah, I don't know. So pretty much, this whole section has kind of been cleaned out. They offered a lot more before. They offered mostly just discounts on 3DS and Wii U games. Pretty much be like, hey, use these gold points or use these platinum points to get a 20% discount on Excitebike on Wii U. And that was kind of their main thing. At least here, these are like just genuine things you can get with your My Nintendo points. And it is pretty cool that these are all pretty much obtainable through platinum points, so you don't even have to buy anything to get these, which that's pretty neat. The big thing here is My Nintendo Picross Twilight Princess. This has been on here since like day one. It's cool that they did this. They did this for Club Nintendo as well, mainly just in Japan. They did Club Nintendo Picross, where they just have a lot of different Nintendo characters and stuff, which is, in my opinion, way cooler than just one about Twilight Princess. It's still cool. Like, the Twilight Princess one is good, but it's still just generally just Picross. But it is a bit higher up there because it is just a full-on exclusive game to My Nintendo. 1,000 points. Fair enough. And then they just have, like, a lot of different themes. For different characters and whatnot. You know, you have a My Nintendo theme for Mario, Jibanyan from Yokai Watch, Donkey Kong, Link, etc. Yeah, and I guess, like, the cool thing is how some of these say My Nintendo, so you know the person who owns 3DS systems with the My Nintendo theme. Damn, they're real. And you also have Flipnote Studio 3D, which was offered as like a Club Nintendo reward back in the day. They just offered it again as a My Nintendo reward. Got rid of a bunch of things. They originally had like WarioWare Touched that you could just download to your 3DS. I believe that was some platinum coins. I don't know why they got rid of that, but man, they really cleaned this thing out. And there's also no Wii U rewards either. Like they still say Wii U digital content. No Wii U stuff here. Sweepstakes. Let's take a look at this. Yep, that thing we saw. So I guess this is just a thing that, you know, they just they continue to do. I don't know. Well, there was the My Nintendo Store, which we saw. My Nintendo Store rewards. Okay, well let's check that out. All right, well this is more like it. This is some actual stuff, and I forget when they actually started introducing this, but I remember them like saying it's just like, hey, we're offering a pencil now on My Nintendo. And by that point, I checked out. I was not interested at all anymore. But thankfully, like, hey, they got a lot of stuff now. Let's take a look at these. This is a lot more reminiscent of Club Nintendo. I remember Club Nintendo. We have Splatoon Cross Pokemon Splatfest keychain set. So recently they did a Splatoon 3 Splatfest involving the Pokemon starters, which is really cool that they actually are kind of like putting out stuff based around like big things happening in the Nintendo sphere, I guess. And what's even more interesting to me, these all cost platinum points. These aren't like gold points. Like, I'm kind of like, I don't get that. Like, they were milking those printables as long as possible, but now like they're just offering these things for free. You just have to do some things on Nintendo websites every now and then. Like, that just seems very odd because the printables seem done because they just didn't want to spend any money. These things like legitimately cost money. It's keychains, stickers, posters, all that stuff. Like, you know, this stuff is a little cheaper, all things considered, but, you know, it costs something. But yeah, keychain, Mario plus Rabbids keychain, Metroid Dread holographic poster set. That's pretty cool. Splatoon 3 Splatsville shopping bag. Again, like, these are things that I remember seeing on Club Nintendo. I remember tote bags. I remember poster sets. All of that. These things feel a little more like giveaways at conventions kind of style of merch, where it's like, yeah, you know, like, hey, you showed up to our booth, here's a keychain, here's a poster, here's a shopping bag, all that. I mean, especially down here, memo pad, sticker set, drawstring bag, a fucking towel. They actually have holiday cards here, which is definitely a step up from the printable ones that they were offering on the traditional Club My Nintendo website. A Mario ornament, that's really neat. Bravely Default 2 poster. A DC Superhero Girls drawstring bag. Okay, so this again feels like they went on Vistaprint.com and they ordered a bunch of drawstring bags, and they just kind of ordered them based on the games they had coming out in the next year. So it's just like, yeah, let's do a DC Superhero Girls drawstring bag. All right, let's do a Mario Strikers drawstring bag too. It feels like a lot of these just don't have a lot of thought put into them. A little bit here and there, you know, obviously like Nintendo Switch Sports cooling towel. Like, that at least makes sense. You know, you're going to be, you know, sweating a little bit. But, yeah, just bags for Mario Strikers and DC Superhero Girls, you know, like, whatever. So, it's like a cable strap based on, like, Pikachu and Eevee. Again, that just kind of feels like a little, like, promotional item giveaway rather than, like, a cool prize or a cool collectible. Like, it's a collectible, but it doesn't feel very, like, substantial. It just kind of feels like something they give away at an event. Another cable strap, and then they have this phone ring holder. You know, whatever, that's fine. And then Mario and Me, a 3-year journey journal book. Fuck it, if I had enough platinum points, why not? Pikmin 3 Deluxe drinkware. Okay, I was about to say, it says reusable decorative drinkware, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. They're doing like glasses. No, these are stickers for glasses. These are stickers to put on glasses. Okay, fine. This one is pretty cool. I do like this. It's a Smash Brothers greeting card set. They even have the little sticker. Or the little gold emblem that you use to seal an envelope that they show in a lot of the Smash Brothers trailers. I think this is really cute. I think that's really cool, and it's one of the cheaper rewards right now, which that's pretty neat. Then you have a Mario Golf Super Rush ID tag. Again, a little promotional item-y, but it at least kind of feels like, oh, yeah, like, you know, like you put that on your golf bag, sure. And that's it. Now let me just make sure, like, if these are actually, like, purchasable. Now I just want to make sure, like what? Do I have to, like, pay for shipping on these things? I mean, I'd understand if I would, because, like, I'm not, like, these are completely, like, free overall. But it's just, like, I just find it weird that these are kind of in their own section. These are kind of, like, these are on Nintendo's website itself. You know, this is just on Nintendo.com. If we go back, this is on my.nintendo.com. This whole trash heap. So yeah, the My Nintendo store is just kind of like a part of like just regular Nintendo website, which is just a little confusing to me. But also, My Nintendo store has like things for sale that are just like things like the My Nintendo store is just a Nintendo online store that Nintendo has, which is just like, we go here, they have exclusive products like, you know, shirts, journal, all this stuff, pillows. This is the kind of stuff you'd expect to see, like, you could use your gold points to redeem, at least if we go by the original Club Nintendo logic. If we go to like My Nintendo Rewards, that's where we find all this stuff that's like free. So like, it is a little confusing to me. Even just going here, you know, like My Nintendo store, and yeah, like we're still seeing stuff like, you know, like I can buy games here, I can buy digital games. Why is this called the My Nintendo store? Why? Yeah, I can get like, I can look at sales and deals. It's still under the My Nintendo store. I can go home and office merchandise, still under the My Nintendo store. Why is this called the My Nintendo store? Is it because I can earn My Nintendo points on digital games? As it says up here, I can do that regardless of if I'm using the My Nintendo store or not. It's just a little weird. Yeah, so that is My Nintendo as of November 2022. It's still a little confusing. I don't really understand like what Nintendo is trying to do with it. It feels like Nintendo is still trying to make it happen while also like forgetting to update certain things, where it feels very focused on the smart devices and 3DS and Wii U. And it's very strange because the Nintendo Switch launched like a year after My Nintendo did, so you'd think that My Nintendo would be heavily integrated into the Nintendo Switch, and the Nintendo Switch would be heavily integrated into My Nintendo, but that just wasn't the case. It's very confusing to me. It's really cool to see that they are doing things like the rewards, but those rewards just feel like promotional items. They feel like things you'd get at an event. It's just a very confusing program. And I hope that Nintendo kind of restructures it sometime soon to integrate it with the Nintendo Switch even more, or their next console, whatever that might be. But at this moment, I mean, it still has this, so whatever I said is just invalid.